Hi, I'm Mel Pickup, Chief Executive of Bradford Teaching Hospitals, and welcome to this week's roundup of news from across our trust. I'm over at Daisy Bank, which is the offices of our finance team, which has achieved national accreditation that ultimately will help in the delivery of services to patients. More of that in a moment. This week, I'll be sharing how we've become one of the first trusts to use high-tech robotic-assisted surgery to treat ear, nose and throat cancers. But first, Tuesday saw the launch of a world first for us. That's the Cov-Boost study, which will provide vital data on the impact of a third dose of COVID vaccine on people's immune responses. Bradford is one of only 18 sites nationally to roll out the trial to help shape the vaccine booster programme later this year. And we were extremely proud and really excited to be the first site, not only in the UK, but in the world, to go live. Here's consultant respiratory physician Professor Dinesh Saralaya, who's leading the booster trial here in Bradford, and our very own Deputy Medical Director, Professor Alex Brown, the world's first participant in the trial.
The vaccine programme has been the way out of this pandemic. To stay out of it, people are probably going to need boosters. So I'm one of many hundreds of people across the country who in the next few weeks will be invited to take part. The science behind it is important. Without the vaccine and people volunteering for vaccine trials in the past, we wouldn't be in the state we're at the moment. So this is the next phase of that, really.
This trial will be informing not only this country, but the entire world on the effects of a booster vaccine. We know that COVID-19 is here. We're still not out of the pandemic. And the addition of a booster to the existing NHS vaccine will only help get us out of this pandemic quicker. It's been a huge privilege to include him as our first participant. He's not only the first participant in Bradford, but the first participant in the world to take part in this trial.
Thanks very much both. And if you would like to volunteer for the trial, please visit the website or call the number that you can see on the screen now. Now, as a trust, we're keen to adopt cutting-edge surgical techniques that will benefit patients and also develop our skills wherever we can. So we were delighted to announce that we're one of the first trusts to introduce robotic-assisted surgery for ENT patients, which makes procedures much less invasive, reduces the time spent in hospital and speeds up recovery. Here's consultant ENT surgeon Sanjay Sood to tell us who will benefit and how.
It's really dealing with patients who've got cancers of the throat, around the tonsil area, around the deep lobe of the parotid, around the back of the tongue. For the first 15 years, most of the surgery would involve me having to split the jaw, doing some major neck surgery, which would take up to 8 hours or so. The patient would be in hospital for several days. But now with the robot, on selected cases, we can do it within an hour and a half or two, and the patient goes home the next day. Obviously, it's fantastic for the patient, but it's also really good for the trust. Much less bed utilization, the costs are dramatically reduced. As a surgeon, it's very exciting to use technology at this level, and I feel very privileged to be able to do that. We're one of the few centres in Yorkshire. Leeds is the other centre, but that's about it for a lot of the north of England. And there was a lot of work involved to get it up and going, but the team's been fantastic and the management have been great at supporting this.
Thanks, Sanjay. What a great innovation. Now, let's find out what else has been happening around the rest of the trust, including even more good news about Sanjay. Huge congratulations, Sanjay. What an honour and truly well deserved. Now, even more congratulations are due to our finance team here at the Trust. They've achieved Level 1 accreditation on the Future Focus Finance Towards Excellence programme. This is a national programme designed to help in the delivery of quality services for our patients. Here's Assistant Director of Finance Adrienne Lake to explain more.
There are 3 levels in the accreditation. The finance team here at Bradford have achieved level 1 accreditation. This has been achieved through reviewing our performance and practices against the 6 criteria standards of the accreditation. By being an accredited organisation, it raises the national profile of the finance team. It helps to create a development culture within the finance department and can be used as a tool to share best practice across other NHS organisations. These skills, methods and knowledge ensure that everyone in the finance team here at Bradford adds value by working with clinicians and service managers to influence the decisions to support the services for our patients.
Well done to everyone involved in achieving the accreditation. Well, that's it for another week. Don't forget to stay up to date with the latest events throughout the Trust on Twitter, LinkedIn and Facebook. Please continue to be very vigilant and stay safe. And remember, when you get the call for the jab, please attend. It is so important. Bye for now, and I will see you next week.